Oh my God, look at your face.
I like this one. What is this one?
Do you still use filters?
Are you kidding me? It's Snapchat. Of course you use filters.
Hey guys, welcome to
Twinsday.
I'm Autumn.
I'm Amber.
And today we are coming to you, giving you the twin take on all things family, money, and love related.
FML.
In so many ways.
Do you get it?
Yeah, so more ways than one.
Yes.
Well, let's just hop right into it. Hamster, what is our family question today? Why are you clapping?
I mean, I just like get excited. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy y'all are here. It's Wednesday. It's Twinsday.
Now that is something
it's
worth being excited about.
You just
see that.
randomly makes me clap.
Yeah, that's weird though.
So, hey twins. Now, granted, no one ever like intros or like says like, hey, anything. I just make that part up.
Thank you.
Okay, I've been dating this guy for about 6 months now. Things are going great. They were a little rocky in the beginning, but we're, I guess, doing good now is what it says. How important is it for your family to like the person you're dating? I'm struggling with this because my family isn't quite on board yet and just want you guys' opinion. Thanks so much. We'll talk soon.
Will we talk soon?
I made that up too.
Come on.
I made that a part of. I
am not letting her read the questions moving forward.
I'm just saying. Okay, guys, just your questions will get jazzed up a squinch,
exactly.
but we still want your
Jazz
questions.
up the question. If you have a question that you want my sister to jazz up, you can send it to us at contact@teamtwinergy.com, and we would love to answer it for you on one of these Twinsday videos.
Y'all, send us an email so we can answer your question on Twinsday.
And just read the question and turn it into something that it really isn't. Okay, getting back to how important is it for your family to like the person that you're dating?
Yes.
My first thing is,
they've been dating for 6 months.
it's even more important. It depends on your relationship with your family. If you don't even talk to your family a lot,
That's big. I wasn't even thinking that at all.
It doesn't matter if they don't like them. But if you're the type of person that is in communication with your family every day and y'all gonna have like big gatherings and like y'all like to be around each other a lot, then it would be a little more important.
I didn't even think about that at all.
Yeah.
Gosh,
I mean,
big.
there have been like times I've known people to where their family didn't like the person they were dating, so like they would have to skip out on family events. They're like, oh, well, I can't bring him to Thanksgiving, so I'm not going. And I'm just like, oh,
That's unfortunate.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So also it depends on how serious the relationship is and why they don't like him. That's also why you have to be super careful about like trashing your significant other to your family, because when y'all make up, you forget. Your family does not forget.
Them is all facts.
Yeah,
Like those are good facts.
Yeah.
I feel kind of, I guess what she said, it depends on how close you are to your family. That's crucial. But yes, it's just, you have to realize that your family hopefully wants nothing but the best for you. And since they like love you, it's the disliking is probably for a reason you've most likely given them, unfortunately. So you just have to step back and try to understand where they're coming from. And if you have resolved it with you and Bae, y'all straight, you need to have a conversation with your family and be like, look, this is what's, we're together. This is what's happened and changed since. Give them a little update, and just so that their opinion might change as y'all's relationship has improved. Now, if they're still like the damage is done, then you have to let them know, well, this person's going to be in my life and they're important to me. So if I'm important to you, like I know that I am, we got to come to some type of agreement.
That's what I was going to say. Like, hopefully your family gets to the point where if they can see it become serious enough, they might not jump on board and love the person, but they'll tolerate and they'll be civil and they'll make it an environment where everyone feels comfortable.
Yeah, because you ain't like living under their roof or nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, this we're assuming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have to.
You won't see them all the time, but
Yeah.
hopefully at family events and times where you do see each other, it's just a pleasant time. They don't gotta like love each other and stuff like that. But as long as it's a good time and you can be in the same room, then hey, maybe that's all you
And
can
if
ask
things
for.
is like, you putting a band-aid over a bullet hole and things are still rocky, then sis, we may need to reevaluate the whole relationship.
Yeah,
So
and then you
just-
might need to side with your family and be
Yeah.
like, you know what, this isn't a good look for
and
me.
be grateful for your support system that you have in your family and throw them the deuces.
But if they're just being petty, then you have to let them know, like, this is my life, this is the choice I've made, I would love for you to support me, but it's not a requirement. You know what I'm saying?
That takes, I mean,
feel
it's about knowing yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all didn't like who I was dating, I wouldn't give a rat's
I mean, there have been plenty of times when we didn't like who you were dating.
That's true. That honestly is true. That's like actually my reality. So, except they were right, and I literally was just,
Oh,
y'all.
gosh.
I mean,
The
we've
lessons
lived
we
the
learned.
life.
Yeah, exactly. So,
On to our next question.
yes.
Money, 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 money.
I was gonna let you do it. I was
I was gonna
if
be
you,
off key again.
I know. I was gonna be like, is she gonna get it this time? But
Nope.
no, that's okay.
All about the money. All
Yeah,
about them
all
M's.
about the Benjamins, baby.
All about them
Hashtag Puff
M's.
Daddy.
It's 2021. I just skipped over the introduction. It's 2021, and I'm sure you guys have heard of cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
It's a major thing. I'm curious about investing, but I want to know your thoughts on the matter. So, what do you ladies think about cryptocurrency?
My whole thing is, I wish I was informed enough to have a real opinion on cryptocurrency. I feel like if you got in early, congratulations.
You're a billionaire.
Don't know if it's worth getting into now. Like, I don't know. Has the cryptocurrency ship sailed? Has the bubble burst?
No, I mean, like literally, it's like the future, so it hasn't sailed. It's just like, I literally have no idea.
You could buy a Bitcoin for $1, and now the Bitcoin's worth $10,000. Am I pulling together 10 G's to like buy a Bitcoin?
What does my rubbish cash mean at this point?
I know, I don't know. Like, my whole thing is, if you were an early investor, like, here's my thing. Don't invest any money that you are not fully prepared to lose.
Facts.
That's
I
my
agree with
thoughts
that.
on crypto.
Yeah.
It's very unstable.
So according to the Bible, because that likes to go straight to the, I mean, these
I did not see
are
this coming.
the end days when we start using things like cryptocurrency. So like, my whole thing is
Cryptocurrency is a sign of the end
yes,
days.
you didn't hear that? When the whole world uses the same form of like like the measure, like crypto, like all the dollar bills, like all the bills are like don't mean anything. It's just like the cyber money. My whole thing is
Okay. My whole thing is don't take any advice from her about cryptocurrency. Like,
yeah,
no.
like do your research.
Yeah.
Don't invest any money you can't afford to lose. And you know, something so trivial is and kind of newer is everyone's gonna have their opinion on whether they think it's like great or terrible. So educate yourself and
Educate us.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody comment down below. What are your thoughts on cryptocurrency?
because yeah, we have no idea.
I think my best
I don't wanna
friend,
sound
like,
ignorant.
White Richard got into crypto like way early.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Like of course he did. He's probably sitting on $1 billion and we don't even know it.
Yeah, and so,
Richard, we tag him in this. Like, don't like send him the link to this
we
video.
love you. We miss you. Can we
Oodles.
get like 1/10 of a Bitcoin? Like, I just
You know, like, you love
there's some
us.
of those early
Prove it.
adopters that like it really ends up paying off for, and then there's just some things that like just literally crash and burn. So it's a risk, as is all
Yeah.
investing. So just go from
As
there.
you can see, our knowledge is limited AF. We're reaching so far right now, but like we got you though. We sound advice for like the subject. We have no idea what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
Exactly. Don't listen to
We
us.
do this for you.
Exactly.
We love you. Team 2 Energy.
Don't do it. Okay, so now talking about love, it's a love thing.
I wanted to sing like a love song, like right here. I was like singing songs.
Something.
Love. Never knew what I was missing,
Oh
but I
my
knew
God. Do the
what
run.
I was missing when I found you.
My God. That was horrible.
You knew what I was talking about, though. But in the first note, she knew.
That muddled wail that you did, like, what is that? No. So that was a double
Oh
whammy
my
right
God,
there.
I am weak.
Like, oh, I'm weak. That was horrible.
My whole thing is.
Okay, my whole thing is read the love question so we can get as far away from that as possible.
Hey, ladies. She actually did say Bae though in this one, so she must be a woman after my own heart. Me and Bae have been dating only for about 3 months now. He does have a child with a woman in a previous relationship. I feel like sometimes he oversteps the boundaries as it relates to their relationship, but I could be wrong. I don't have any children, so I'm taking things one day at a time. I would love your input on what you feel like is appropriate for a relationship when your partner has a child from a previous relationship. We'll talk soon. She didn't say that either.
So I have never dated a man with children before, so
Let me go ahead and pick up right here. I have a few.
But I feel like as we get older, that's just something that you are gonna have to expect, you know?
Yeah, so like all of these questions have to do with like the age and like the age of you, the age of the child, the age of, there's so many variables, but you know, I was, if he got kids, I'm not dating him. I'm not dating no man with no kids. Then I hit my late 20s and reality set in. So I dated one guy with one kid. Then I dated another guy with 2 kids.
Whew.
Then who was okay, so my ex in DC, he had a daughter. So I've dated guys with 1 or 2 kids. And what I've realized is boundaries are important. But if you're dating someone and you feel uncomfortable, basically to answer your question, because this ain't all about me, to answer your question, you're gonna have a conversation with him and just explain how this is kind of new territory for you. And so I did realize, since I don't have a child, I can't understand what that connection is like with another person. For another other human being to be a parent of like the child that you share. That's a family.
Yeah.
That's a family.
That's tough.
And that is a tough position to be in coming in, especially if you don't have any kids, because you can't really empathize in that way. Now, if you had a child from a previous relationship, you can understand the dynamic a little better. But for me, you know, not having any kids, so I was always, you know, the one with no kids dating the person with the kids. It was a learning curve in the beginning. And I do feel like my personal rule of thumb, if the kid is under 5, don't do it. If the kid is under 5, it's just not necessarily saying that they're like sleeping together still.
Too new.
But yeah, it's just, it takes so many years to build that
And,
emotional
I mean,
boundary.
The kid needs both of you a lot more than like an older child.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And the feeling of wanting to be a family and trying to convince yourself it could work, even though like you know it didn't work. So it's
a
really
lot.
tough to like jump into that. So
It's a lot.
I would just say communicate to your partner and be like, this makes me uncomfortable, or I'm trying to understand it. And you know, if they're willing to work with you and you know, let you know and be transparent about the nature of the relationship, then you gotta trust. That's the whole point. You can't be with somebody that you can't trust. But you know, if they're just like, this is how it is, deal with it, then it's just like,
Yeah, that's how,
you know, then how considerate are you of what I'm going through?
that's kind of how my most recent ex was. He was like, I'm gonna determine the boundaries, and like whoever I'm with is gonna just be okay with it. I'm like, good luck with that, because baby, like, no. And it's best if the person has the boundaries established before you get with them.
Yeah,
to a degree.
Like, and yeah, because it's also been the case, you know, it's also difficult if you're the first person that person has dated since they broke up, because
Yeah.
like they've never had to establish those boundaries before, you know?
Even if their child is almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
We ain't even gonna go down that road.
Yeah, so it's like you don't want them to be making it up as they go along, because then it just, you know, seems kind of arbitrary.
Then the other person, the other parent, is feeling some type of way because there's these boundaries that are new to them too, and then it's just Lord. And I'll tell, a lot of men think, oh, we haven't slept together in years, so I don't, my child's mother shouldn't feel a type of way, but they've had these emotional.
Women always feel a type of way.
I mean, these emotional boundaries have not been set up, and women operate in the emotional space.
And even if it's not like in a physical romantic way, it's just the availability.
Yeah.
I knew I could call you at 2:00 in the morning to come get the kid, or I knew I could call you to come pick this person up, you know, pick the kid up at any time. Oh, but now, oh, I can't call and just drop by with the kid because you know, you have a, you know,
Because
a
she's over
girlfriend.
there.
Or, oh, you can't just drop what you're doing and come pick them up because you're doing something else. Like, it's just like a level of access that they're not used to not having.
Being
you know?
restricted.
Yeah.
So just have a conversation and just be open and transparent and kind of process where those feelings are coming from, and just have an open mind too, and know things are going to be different, and that is part of what dating somebody with kids is about. I don't necessarily think it's okay to rule out a whole group of people, like I'm not dating anybody with kids personally, because you might miss out on an amazing person.
Yeah.
Like, but you just have to realize and prepare yourself for what that looks like. So that's my opinion.
Well, that's good, and Lord knows she would have more experience than I ever did. So
None of your exes ever had kids?
it all works out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say. Don't try to force anything to work.
Flowing, not forcing.
Man, like
it all works out.
Yeah, it all works out.
And
So-
if you're like hanging on to something too much, or you're trying to like you're tense about trying to make something work, you're probably
That's
forcing.
not it. Yeah, it's not flowing.
Release.
So yeah, everything flowed the way it needs to, and now it's all worked out for the better. So okay.
We appreciate your questions, guys.
Thank you so much for reaching out. Once again, don't forget, if you have a question, family, money, love related, that you would like the twin take on, you can send us an email to contact@teamtwinergy.com, and we would love to answer it on Twinsday.
Have y'all dated somebody who had kids?
No.
Don't. Is that too messy?
Tell me about crypto.
That too. But I'm talking. Give me the tea.
No.
Give me the tea
No.
without being too messy. We ain't naming names. We ain't
Tag them.
No, I mean, see, she's trying to start fights in the comments. Like you can tell, and she don't even.
As I'm saying,
She don't even fight.
It's like that Michael Jackson, like popcorn. Like I'm just
Exactly. She just wants to sit back and watch. While y'all, we not
Go
doing
through
this
it.
in the new year.
No,
We're
we're
not
not
doing this.
That's so funny.
But we would love to hear your questions, and we're so grateful you're here. Twinsday's lit.
Yes.
It's a
thank you.
lituation.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Peace.
Bye. Okay.
Thumbnail. I mean, so that looks so cute in the background now.
Yes, it does.